three. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
So one aspect in methods block that was more difficult for me was being more hands-on with our assignments and in the classroom. I have become so accustomed to taking multiple choice tests and using that to assess my knowledge. So getting more hands-on was a bit more difficult, but it was much more beneficial for me in the long run.
My favorite aspect about methods block was forming a better understanding of the lesson planning process because I now feel much more comfortable creating my own lessons. We had many opportunities before lab to create lesson plans, and this helped us have more confidence in creating original lessons that were engaging and incorporated many strategies to help student achievement.
My favorite aspect about methods block was getting to complete all of our hours in consecutive weeks because this really allowed me to get to know my sweet students and form relationships with them. It also made lesson planning easier because I got used to the everyday routines.
My favorite aspect about Methods Block was being in lab placement every day for an entire month because I felt like I was able to get to know the students and form an actual relationship with each of them. When I look back and compare Foundations Block observations and Methods Block lab placement, I can honestly say that I'll remember those students from that semester much better because of the extra time spent with them.
I wish someone had prepared me for the last day of lab because I never expected to grow so close with 26 fourth graders. Lab placement month went by so incredibly fast and it's over before you know it. It was the best and most stressful month of my school year.
My favorite aspects about Methods Block were my lab placement and meeting new friends. Going into Methods Block, I was nervous about teaching 3 lessons, but now I am more confident about teaching than I have ever been.
I wish someone had prepared me for the relationships that you build with the students in your lab placement because it is extremely hard to leave a classroom where you get to know, bond, and interact with the student.
My favorite part of Methods Block was getting to spend so much time in the classroom with all of the kiddos.
My favorite aspect about Methods Block was being able to spend a whole month out in the field.
Wish I knew how fast lab placements fly by because nobody tells you how much you'll fall in love with the kids in just 3 weeks, and even though it seems like you're doing a whole lot, it goes by really quick.
The 3 words that I would use to describe Methods Block are intense, rewarding, and beneficial. I chose these 3 words because they sum up my whole Methods Block experience. Although there are many intense moments associated with assignments and lab placement, they all provided rewarding and beneficial experiences and knowledge that I will carry out throughout the remainder of my education.
3 words that I would use to describe Methods Blocks is demanding, challenging, and fun. Demanding because you have so much to do in such a short amount of time. Challenging because you have to create and teach 3 lessons, but also fun because you get first-hand experience with teaching.
I used to view lesson planning as discretionary. However, now that I've completed Methods Block, I realize that lesson planning is vital.
Not only did Methods Block give me more confidence, it also brought me my 5 best friends. Having friends who share the same interests as you is very rewarding. We are constantly sharing our experiences with each other as well as holding each other accountable. Knowing that I can talk to them about anything related to life in school is very comforting, and I am very grateful for our close relationships.
Now let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. Well, I believe.
Make sure you always ask your teachers ahead of time before things are due.
For a successful Methods Block experience, you should be organized because it will really help you manage your stress level. I wrote everything that needed to be done from assignment due dates to when I need to turn in my lesson plan to my CT down on a calendar. Just being able to visualize what needed to be done helped bring my stress level down.
Choose one song to describe Methods Block, it would be Firework by Katy Perry. I felt like the song emphasizes being the best you possible, and during Methods Block, that's what I had to do. I had to focus on what I did well and not on what I needed to do better on all the time. But I did want to make changes and improve myself, so you have to focus on both and find a balance.
Okay, if I had to choose a theme song for Methods Block, it would be I Will Survive. Because at first you might be afraid and you might be petrified. And things might be overwhelming and you might even question why you're doing this. But just remember, I will survive.
So the theme song for Method's Block I would choose would be Get Back Up Again by the movie Trolls, because it's going to all slap you in the face at once, but you just got to get back up.
If something goes a little wrong,